Hey, how's it going, guys? Jack and Matt here with the Toaster Bros, and normally we really love budget, but today we have a $3,000 gaming laptop, which is like the most expensive laptop we've ever looked at, and we're very excited.
This thing features 2 screens on board and a really high-end processor and graphics card combo. We're gonna go ahead and unbox this thing, but before we get into that, let's hear a word from today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by GVGMall, an online marketplace to gain access to some really awesome discounted game keys, and more specifically, Windows 10 licenses.
And if you're interested, use the link down below and buy the Windows 10 Pro activation using our code TB20 to get 20% off.
All you have to do to activate Windows 10 license is buy the key by using code TB20, and then throw the Windows 10 key into your Windows 10 activation on the system you wish to install it in, and boom, you have activated Windows 10 and you no longer have to look at that horrible watermark in the bottom right corner.
So thanks again to GVGMall for sponsoring this video.
Let's get right into the video, shall we?
So huge thanks to Intel and Asus for sending over this amazing laptop and partnering together to make such a beautiful creation.
So we're gonna go ahead and unbox this thing, do our typical laptop review, and then we're also gonna be testing this thing in live streaming, because for spending this much money on a laptop with dual screens, I think it is worthwhile testing it in live streaming for a portable live streaming setup. So let's not waste any more time and get right into it.
All right, so pretty decent sized box, and I believe that this is a 15.6 or 17?
Yes,
15.6, very standard with laptops these days. And God, it's kind of heavy, not gonna lie.
It's a hefty boy.
It's a little bit of a hefty boy.
And the box is nice.
This is like an intense box, I like it. It does look like we have something else that's really heavy off to the side. I'm gonna assume this is the power brick. Oh my God. All right. So I think this is gonna be the power brick, and it feels really heavy. It's actually not as big as I thought it would be, but it's a brick. It definitely weighs, I would say, a couple pounds. Getting in here, just the power cord. Okay, so yeah, that literally was just what you need to power it. Pretty simple. Now, the laptop itself, we gotta open this in a very kind and gentle manner. All right, so what we have here and what this actually says on the box is we have an LCD 15.6 Full HD screen, which I think this is gonna be 144 Hertz or more. We have 8 gigs of VRAM on that 2070 Super. We have an i7 10875H. We have 1 terabyte plus 1 terabyte. I assume we have an SSD and a hard drive. We have 16 gigs plus 16 gigs, so dual channel, 32 gigs of RAM, which more RAM I've ever had in a laptop. It of course does come with Wi-Fi. It talks about the USB ports, which we'll actually open it up and show you guys that stuff. And wow, that presentation, it lifts it out for you. That's intense.
You're paying money for that presentation.
Oh, so it says it has a 300 Hertz, 3 millisecond response time screen with G-Sync. I was expecting 144, but we have 300 Hertz. ProArt True Color technology, so I hope the screen looks good. That screen, actually, the secondary screen, I think raises, and it's showing that it allows airflow to come in. They do advertise the heck out of having liquid metal to cool, I assume, the GPU and CPU. We have a high capacity 90 watt hour battery. All right, so let's peel off the magical sheath. It's the fun part, it's the fun part. Now, of course, like any other laptop, this one is technically upgradable. You can add like storage and RAM, but they've already maxed this thing out to an extent, to my knowledge. Although maybe you could go 64 gigs of RAM if you really wanted to, but I think it'd be overkill at that point. This is actually a sticker, but very nice peel, very nice peel. Now, opening her up, look at that. The actual second screen does in fact pop up with the screen, which is like crazy. Yeah, that's it. Literally like just misses it. That's pretty cool. I'll say if you wanna, I think you can kind of see in there, it does look like those are, I'm assuming that's the fan grills or those are speakers. It's one of the two. I'm assuming it's fan grills though, because they displayed cold air coming out or cold air coming in. So that's kind of cool that they're able to do that. And it looks like there also is some spots for airflow on the bottom. So they might actually be able to make this thing run relatively cool and not be super loud like every other laptop. This is weird. This is foreign to me, but it totally makes sense. Why do not all laptops do this? You usually use your mouse up to the right. Now, if you're ambidextrous or if you use your left hand instead, for your mouse, this might be really weird for you. But for someone like me that's right-handed, and I usually have my mouse over here, this makes total sense. And so lastly, let's just go over the ports on the outside. We have a USB Type-C, we have two USB 3s. This is a little bit different. On the back, we actually have HDMI out, we actually have another USB 3, we have Ethernet, and then over here we have dual audio jacks for in and out, and then the charger is all the way down here. Really weird. I would have expected it to be back here, but hey, I'm sure all this has a purpose. And the outside, it's pretty interesting. It's very sleek. I like the sleekness of the logo, and it's kind of cool it's not directly in the middle like they would normally be. So why don't we go ahead and get this thing plugged up and see how she works.
Ooh, look at this, guys. So yeah, we got RGB going. The thing should be turning on here in a second. We're gonna be running some benchmarks, of course, with games and everything, to see what temperatures are like and actually utilize this dual screen setup. As we mentioned at the beginning of the video, we are gonna try to focus this on live streaming, because the second screen could be used for things like chat or anything like that, and it could be a good portable productivity setup if things would actually turn on properly.
All right, so you guys totally just missed it, but when it turned on, it made like, it reminded me of like an original Xbox loading where this logo popped up and went, phew. So that's a cool presentation. And from what we saw, this is supposed to be touchscreen too, so we'll actually figure that out. Maybe it's not, and McAllister will just cut this out, but if it is, McAllister will just leave it in.
Yes, he will, and he'll be good at that.
So this is pretty cool. Matt's getting ready to pull down this and full screen it, and I could see for like full screen applications like Twitch, YouTube, doing schoolwork, whatever. I mean, that's actually kind of useful.
And it's very seamless. It just moves really smoothly down. It's all lined up perfectly. So it's a nice little dual screen setup. Is it worth the price point? I mean, we'll definitely see when we actually test it. And it looks like they have a program built in where it'll pop up like auto snapping. So you can just click this. And
I'm curious too, does it actually pop up as 2 screens under display options?
I would think so. Let's see, display settings.
Could you actually put a game on that second screen?
I think you could game on that other screen if you want to, because yeah, that's a whole other screen.
Yeah.
What's the resolution of it? Let's see. So that the resolution is 1920 by 550. Interesting.
That's my next monitor.
Yeah, so looking real nice. I do feel like we don't have the high refresh rate enabled. Let's get that 300 hertz going here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to...
I wonder what the refresh rate is in that second monitor.
I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, we're only at a measly 60 hertz. That's unacceptable. 300! Apply.
Oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? We don't have drivers installed, so we'll
yeah. 300 hertz, I never used a trackpad so smooth before. Woo! But yeah, there we go. We're gonna go ahead and get some stuff set up, as we mentioned, get ready to live stream. Probably mentioned this like multiple times on the couch, so you can cut out every other time I said it. But we're gonna go ahead, download some games, live stream on it, and see how this thing performs.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Toasty Roast Stream here.
Whoa!
Whoa, dude. But yeah, this is pretty sick, and don't forget, it is touchscreen, so if I want to change sources, which we don't have anything else set up, or just do that, you could change sources just by clicking this. It's kind of like having, you know, a Stream Deck built into it, which is pretty cool. Our webcam is, by the way, pretty garbage. I didn't notice it's Aukey. It's an Aukey brand webcam, which it's really not terrible. It's just a cheap 1080p webcam. We'll probably add some links in the description for you guys. But yeah, if you get some good lighting going on behind the webcam, you could probably make this a pretty feasible streaming setup.
If we just had it reversed, it would have been a nice setup. You got the backdrop and you got the lights on you.
You wanna do that real quick?
Yeah,
just
sure.
to see if it looks better.
Yeah, reverse it. We're gonna reverse this. Okay, guys, so Jackson is local recording right now, and that screen looks buttery smooth right now.
It is stupid smooth. I'm kind of curious how many FPS we're getting, but
I would think we're pretty close. We are using NVENC, so it is the beauty of NVENC not losing much performance while streaming. And you can see Zach right here typing in the chat. Look at him being our favorite little fan right there. And then we have OBS over here. As Jackson mentioned, you could change scenes and almost use it kind of like a Stream Deck. So it's actually pretty impressive. Yeah, the webcam is kind of meh. I mean, of course, if you're spending this kind of money on a setup, you might want to invest in something a little bit better for streaming. Maybe you're someone who travels a lot. Right now, it's kind of hard to do that with COVID. But if you do travel a lot and you do a lot of video editing to go, maybe some streaming, having like a DSLR, plug it up with a cam link. I mean, you could easily have a little portable streaming setup here.
It's definitely crazy to think that we're in a time now where you didn't used to be able to do anything like this. A laptop and streaming it just didn't make sense. But I mean, if you threw on a pair of headphones, because the fan's a little bit loud, this really is an immersive streaming setup. Like, it is totally doable. I freaking suck at this game right now, holy crap. But yeah, I mean, it is just so smooth. We're recording and streaming right now, and we're not losing like any FPS.
Killing all the people.
I'm feeling this 3. I think I've had like 1 kill.
Ooh, look at that.
Make that 2.
Kill it.
See a little real gamer stuff in? Do you want to complete the mission?
All right, here we go. We're still going. We don't have much on the SD card, so. Oh, what happened here?
McAfee.
McAfee, no! All All right, okay, let's go. Oh no, that's not a good example. One thing I do have to give a shout out to though, this Corsair Dark Pro gaming mouse. Look at this thing, wireless, super sick. Corsair's nice enough to send this over. We'll probably use it in like some future setups too, but it's wireless. It feels really nice to game on and it complements the setup really good.
It also comes with the USB Type-C and the dongle, so you can use Bluetooth, you can use Wi-Fi over the USB dongle, and you can have it wired. So it's a pretty sweet mouse for the price. I actually am kind of jealous of it right now.
Ooh. Yeah, woo! I kind of traced around his head, but that's fine. Well, where was that guy at? Yeah, it looks like client FPS, we're getting around 100 to 200 FPS. So it's like kind of all over the place right now. And
but
really
that is
not...
while streaming. I'm sure if you weren't streaming, and I think we're on max settings right now as well in Valorant, because it's Valorant. Regardless, though, you're getting over the 144 hertz that the, you know, the average human usually likes to have. 300 hertz is pretty freaking crazy. Cool, but crazy.
But yeah, guys, if you like these sort of streaming setups, let us know down below. I mean, this is more like a combo review. We do a lot of setups here. What is this, like POV cam that he's doing over here? But we like to do these kind of videos, checking out higher end hardware. And our Zach's asking when next giveaway. Sounds like our viewers. When's the next giveaway?
Yeah, second screen's actually really buttery smooth as well. I'm curious, I'm assuming it's a 60 hertz screen, but it looks really good.
Yes, very, very good. Oh!
Snuck up
Disappointing. But yeah, guys, this is kind of the test of the setup. Looks really good. I'll be honest with you, I am very happy with this laptop, especially for streaming. If there was the ability to travel, you know, it would be pretty cool to use for a portable streaming setup. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this video up real quick.
All right, guys, so words honestly cannot fully sum up this laptop because we have not really touched anything that was quite near this price range in a laptop. And this is the first time we've ever had our hands on an actual dual screen laptop. And it's honestly really cool how it just opens with the laptop. I thought it was gonna be one of those situations where you could actually move it, but no, it just opens, it's touchscreen. You have this really sweet keyboard layout with a touchpad off to the right side. And this 300 hertz screen is simply smooth.
Most of the time when you think of a laptop that's like $3,000, you think it comes with a bunch of tech that is just kind of super niche, but I can see a reason why somebody would pay this much for a laptop. And the dual screen functionality, really cool. Like, I absolutely love it. I remember seeing the original Duo Asus laptop in store before messing around with the dual screen. It looks really cool, but in the gaming form factor and actually getting really cool high-end hardware with the Asus ROG branding behind it, I think it's definitely worth it. Most people out there, most of our audience is probably not going to be in the market for something like this, but there is a market for it, and I do highly suggest you consider it if you are looking for a really high-end portable workstation.
And now, of course, if you do like this dual screen display on this laptop, there is other laptops as well that have dual screens that you can also get cheaper as well. So make sure you check out links in the description down below and check out Asus's site and Intel's website as well, because they will have some links for these. And also huge thanks to Corsair for letting us check out that awesome mouse.
Very beautiful wireless mouse. I think Jackson's gonna end up stealing because I think he really likes it. So he's gonna contemplate that one. But once again, guys, links in the description down below. Check out this laptop. They are most likely affiliate links. If you do purchase using those links, they do help us out. And we're very happy we got a chance to look at this. Special thanks again to Intel and Asus for sending this thing over.
And also, shout out to this webcam. Aki, you did something really magic with this cam. If you got good lighting, you guys saw the footage. It's pretty good. We'll have links in the description down for that too as well. So if you haven't already, don't forget to check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/toastybros. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Wow.